This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Jeff Lax is one of our great professors. We're losing him, but he's still great. He's at CUNY at Kingsborough Community College, K by the Bay, and he's a great voice for New Yorkers, Americans, Jewish people, you name it. Jeffrey, welcome back to Sid and Friends in the Morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm angry, Sid. I haven't been this angry in a long time.
Well, I see that because I saw your tweet. You can follow Lax on Twitter at CUNY_prof. He says, Sid's among the strongest, bravest, most morally clear-eyed voices we've got. And what he predicts usually comes true. If you're nauseated or downright scared of the Hamas-supporting couple in Gracie Mansion, support Sid, who will hold them to account. And you texted me yesterday. You said, I can't believe what the Democrats, both politicians and the media here in New York, what they're doing to me. Is that the anger you're talking about?
Yeah, and I don't usually do this, Sid, but can I have 40 seconds to address your audience directly?
Sure.
Because, listen, with everything these despicable Marxist, Islamist politicians in the media are doing to you, they're coming after you for one reason, Sid. The same reason they come after Trump. You're effective. That's it. If you weren't effective, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't come after you. You're strong, you are persuasive, and you're articulate, and you're effective. I know sometimes you use a little bit, language kind of colorful, but you're effective. And I just want to say one thing to your audience. If you don't mind, give me 30 seconds, because I'm really angry. Everyone has to speak up. We no longer have the luxury of silence. If you are listening to Sid right now, and you support Sid, if your heart is with Sid's heart, if Sid's relentless fight for Jewish people is something you appreciate, if Sid never standing down to the biggest, baddest, most evil anti-Semites is something you think is important, then stand up. Stand up for Sid. Stand up for the Jewish people. Stand up for Sid on social media. And if you can't use your name, do it anonymously. Support him against the forces of evil, anti-Semitic, pro-terrorist traitors to America. That's what they are. They're traitors. Don't just sit there. Don't appreciate it in silence. Silent agreement is dangerous today, Sid. Now more than ever, I'm telling everyone, do something. Everyone's got to do something. Anything you possibly can do to support Sid and what his heart and his fight are all about. I'll just end with this, Sid, okay? There is no other time. We have IEDs in New York. We are Afghanistan, for goodness sakes. So I'm just going to say this. One Holocaust has to be the last Holocaust. When we have Hamas activists dining in Gracie Mansion, the only way to ensure that Holocaust never happens again is that every single person listening to your show can't just sit back. They got to stand up, speak out, support America, support Jews, and support Sid.
Well, that is really lovely. I don't deserve all that, but thank you, Jeff. Thank you for that. Jeff Lax, Kingsborough Community College professor. That was really nice. Thank you. And I got to tell you this, because I don't want this to be just a Jewish thing, even though, yes, I'm a very proud and unrelenting and fearless Jew. I had a lot of conversations last night. Very famous people, very famous Christians that dislike this mayor as much as Lax and Rosenberg do. So this is not a Jewish fight in New York. This is a good versus evil. That's what this is. And I have a lot of friends, Italians, cutting commercials with Mike Iannelli yesterday from Genesis of Brooklyn, talking to a very famous old producer, Matola. All these people that were calling me and texting me saying what you just said. Sid, I'm with you. We are with you. So it's not just a Jewish thing. The Christians in our community, they're great Americans first. They're great Americans first. and they are equally as nauseous as what they're seeing from City Hall, especially over the last week. So I want to make that point clear while you're showering me, and it's very, very sweet. The Christian community, which is bigger than ours, and have been with us this whole way, they are showing up big too. And I get a ton of support every day from the Christians who say enough is enough.
Yeah, so do I on X. And you mentioned Ted Cruz earlier. I mean, he's the best of the best. He really is. But, you know, what's going on when you have these three absolute they're evil lunatics sitting in Gracie Mansion together, dining together. First of all, how do you call Mamdani's wife a private citizen when she's using Gracie Mansion to dine with Mahmoud Khalil? She's not a private figure. First of all, she has millions of followers on Instagram. That ain't private. And Mahmoud Khalil is spreading Hamas. Do you realize that the flyers he was spreading on Columbia had the Hamas media office stamp on them?
Oh, yeah.
So
No, I don't get it either.
Listen.
I don't know. You know, I kind of joke around about this. It's not funny, but that the mayor walks up and down the street with Mahmoud Khalil like he's Martin Luther King Jr. And I say that in jest because MLK was a great man who was murdered. And he was all about peace and trying to find answers. This guy is the antithesis. He doesn't want peace. He wants chaos. He wants revolt. He doesn't care if people die. But they walk down the street together like this Mahmoud Khalil, who's a scumbag, is actually a great man. And like you said, to have dinner with this guy on Sunday night, and I'm telling you, the president is pissed. That's part of the reason why he sent me that beautiful text once again after 11 p.m. last night. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see it. So for the folks out there that are holding on, that Mamdani's our mayor, he deserves a chance, that ain't me. That ain't going to be me. Let him earn it. Let him do something, say something, do something that says to me, okay, this guy deserves a shot. Because so far, only 2 months in, Jeff Lax, I mean, you're a professor. You know this. You know your history. 2 months in, he's already one of the worst mayors in the history of this city.
Well, I said going into this, I was interviewed a couple of times about it. I said it's going to be worse than anybody can ever possibly even imagine. I heard people saying he's going to be as bad as de Blasio. I said, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? De Blasio at least is within the system. This guy said, I fully believe from the bottom of my heart that he wants Zionist Jews dead. When you meet with Mahmoud Khalil and your wife tweets celebrating the death of innocent young civilians on October 7th, you think they don't want people like you and me dead? That's what globalize the Intifada means. They literally, I really truly believe they would all, Mahmoud and Mrs. Mamdani and Zoran himself, deep down in their hearts, they do not want us here. And forget Israel. They don't want us anywhere.
Right, Brooklyn.
They don't.
I mean, could you imagine if your school ever does the right thing? And yeah, I'm calling out Kingsborough Community College because I went there, even received my associate's degree. Now, did I play a lot of spades with Joe Colaza? I did, okay? Did I hang out at the beach an awful lot? Yes, I did. But the truth is, I graduated from there, my associate's degree. I mentioned Kingsborough Community College at every opportunity, the great K by the Bay. And you have been a staunch supporter over the years of having me speak at their commencement. I'm the most famous person to go to that school by a mile. It's not even close, by a mile. They won't do it. But Linda Sarsour, one of the worst people God ever created, she's been there. She spoke there. You tell me how Kingsborough Community College can make a real logical argument for Linda Sarsour and not Sid Rosenberg.
Well, it's a total disgrace. I'll tell you something that you don't know. They just sent out an email this week. Kingsborough sent out the email. The entire CUNY system also sent it out, saying that if you're feeling upset or you're feeling confused about the conflict in the Middle East, they sent a list of publications that you can consult. And Al Jazeera was number one.
Oh
Al Jazeera.
Oh, my God.
Go read out if you're feeling
Come
upset
on.
and you
Wait a second. You're telling me a school on Oriental Boulevard by that beautiful area in Brooklyn. What is the name of that little area there? All the streets are alphabetically. What is that called there? Come on.
Well, that's Oriental Boulevard is where Kingsborough is.
No, I know, but you have the community, the neighborhood right there, and all the streets are in alphabetical, like G for Gerard, and I forget the name of it. I think Manhattan's in there somewhere. But you're telling me this beautiful spot in Brooklyn, not far from Coney Island, is promoting Al Jazeera?
Yeah, Manhattan Beach. Yeah, I mean
Manhattan Beach. That's right.
Manhattan Beach, and that's really John. I always tell you, John Catsimatidis has done a tremendous service beautifying that entire area. Those are all Catsimatidis guys in that whole area. They love him. All the Russians, a lot of Russians in that neighborhood, they love him. But yes, Kingsborough sent out an email trying to make, it's just so disgusting. They listed the New York Times. They listed AI Monitor, which is really just like Al Jazeera. And they listed actually Al Jazeera, and they get away with this. And that's where we are right now.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.